Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like watching and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen folks, there's a link tree down below. Has links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there, follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I'll talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen folks. Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be talking Jets. I'm doing a live radio show. There's a lot to discuss with the New York Jets, a lot of things going on with this roster, a lot to talk about with the fan base and all the things that we got going on. So please call in. I take live callers. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. So with that said and done and put to the side, I'm going to talk to you folks today about the upgraded expectation of the New York Jets fan base and some pressure that could be on this New York Jets coaching staff as well, mainly Robert Saleh. All right, there's a lot of fans that are excited. A lot of things the New York Jets have done, with our roster, whether it be offensively and defensively, and with those expectations being raised with all the moves that we made, whether it be free agency or the draft. There's also been a raise in expectations for this coaching staff as well, and some of the things that they need to do to put things in peace or put things in place, to make things go, to really see the New York Jets ascend in this league. So first, I'm going to start with the defensive side of the ball, okay? I'm going to start with Robert Saleh. I'm going to start with Albrecht, all right? We all know Robert Saleh is our head coach. We were all excited to get him. And last season, there was some bumps in the road. He was a rookie head coach. There were some things that was going on with the roster as well, but since those things have been improved. Now, last year, the New York Jets finished 4-13. They finished 4-13. We were 1-7 on the road. We were 0-6 in the division. Oh man, and let me tell you something. When you looked at this football team, the defense, there were some issues there. Now, the New York Jets defense was 32nd overall. Oh man, the New York Jets had some issues, okay? And they did. And a lot of people there were some people in the fan base kind of screaming because, again, Saleh was kind of sold to us as the defensive guru. He can do so many different things. And there were some issues roster-wise, particularly with some injuries that we suffered in the offseason that he had to make an adjustment to. And he did adjust the defensive scheme. But, again, we played a lot of teams that were high-powered at times, and they took advantage of us. And particularly, they took advantage of us in the run. The New York Jets were ranked 29th rushing defense. Whoa, we had some issues, man. There was times where we literally could not stop a nosebleed up front. I mean, we could not do it. We gave up 100+ yards to every one of our first 5 opponents, okay? New England, it was Carolina, Atlanta. There was a bunch of teams, those 5 teams that we first played. And again, we continue to have those issues continue on throughout the season. The Indianapolis Colts absolutely took advantage of us when we played them. I mean, they really did. They had big time yardage on the ground. I think Jonathan Taylor ended the game with like 172 yards rushing. His backup had a big run as well. There was big time issues up front. Philly, I think we gave up like 185 yards total to them on the ground as well. It was big time issues. Now, when you look at this situation now with the New York Jets because of our upgraded roster, that thing should really be a thing of the past. This team should really be stout against the run, especially when you look at, we got guys like Quentin Williams coming back, Sheldon Rankins, Solomon Thomas. Then we went and we got, Jermaine Johnson as well in the draft. But one of the bigger things we got coming back as well is Carl Lawson. Carl Lawson, we all know, dealt with that Achilles injury. Guess what? He's coming back this year, healthy. And I don't want them to put him out there before he's ready. But if he's fully ready, dude, we should turn him out there and he's going to be able to turn loose. That's going to help us be stout up front. Again, there's still some weapons out there as well that we can come and bring in, to the facility too. There's been a lot of talk about Larry Ogunjobi as well, possibly, being a guy that the New York Jets can end up with too. So beefing up our front is huge, and we've done that. We brought some guys in and really put some things in place. So our run defense would be much better than it was last year. But another big thing as well is our pass defense. We were ranked 30th against the pass last year, and I think a big part of that was our lack of pass rush. We couldn't get after anybody, okay, at all. Let me tell you something. I don't give a crap who you got. I don't care who you got in your secondary. If that quarterback has 30 minutes to throw the football, y'all gonna get cooked. Y'all gonna get cooked. Like it is what it is, right? And we didn't have anybody because, again, Carl Lawson suffered that Achilles injury in the offseason. And then after that, it was like, well, who's going to come in? We thought John Franklin Myers would be able to kind of step up. He did at times, but for most of the season, it was dead. And after him, it was nobody. Well, now, again, we get Carl Lawson back off that injury, but then we've added Jermaine Johnson as well. We've also added some other pieces, too, to kind of help in the rotation. Jacob Martin, again, John Franklin Myers is going to be in the rotation. We've brought some guys in. Sheldon Rankins is going to be able to help as well. He's a guy that can rush the passer a bit up front. And also, with that pass rushing added, we can also see the emergence or the next step of Quentin Williams, right? We thinking that he'll emerge as well, as a bigger force along our defensive front. So I think our pass defense is going to be better because we're going to be able to rush the passer better as well, which will lead to a more aggressive defense. And I think that's what a lot of New York Jets fans are looking forward to as well. You also got to look at, what we've added in the secondary as well. Sauce Garner, DJ Reed, who are two guys that I think is absolutely going to come in and really, really produce for us. But I keep telling people, don't you forget about Bryce Hall, bruh. Don't do that. This guy's not just gonna give up, his not gonna give up his spot. It's competition at every position. I'm telling you, Bryce is gonna fight. I also think that's gonna help us against the screen game as well, man. We got cooked in screens too. We also brought in Whitehead as well at safety, and we also brought back LaMarcus Joyner too. So I think, again, the New York Jets defense I look to be greatly improved this upcoming season. And with Saleh and that scheme and all the weapons and pieces we added, I expect us to be more aggressive this upcoming season, to look more like the Niners defense. Now, we've talked a bit about the defense, Saleh and Albrecht, but I think there's some expectations for this offense to improve as well. And we're looking right at Mike LaFleur and we're saying, hey, we've given you some pieces. What are you going to do? Now, there was a point last season where Jets fans were all over LaFleur, right? When he was on the field. But when he moved up into that booth, boy, oh boy, did things change around here, okay? The offense really got going. Now we're looking at this situation. We're getting Zach Wilson. He's really beefed up this upcoming season, so it's looking like he's excited to come back. But we've also added weapons as well, right? We've added C.J. Uzomah. We've added Breece Hall. We've added Tyler Conklin. We've also added pieces up front to protect Zach as well, to really help things explode. Now, I think one of the biggest issues that we had last year was our inability to effectively run in a run-first offense, which is what we run here. That Shanahan offense is all about striking, getting the run going, and then everything, kind of works off that. Now, again, the New York Jets were 27th in rushing offensively last year. That's atrocious. So we made some changes up front. We went and got Lakeland Tomlinson, right, to kind of shore up that guard spot. We got rid of Greg Van Roten. So now we got Lakeland Tomlinson at our left guard. We've moved Elijah Vera Tucker to our right guard. You got Becton back as well, who we're hoping is going to be healthy, fully healthy this season. It's looking like everything is going well with him and his training and everything. He's going to be out there. Him and Fant are going to battle for that left tackle spot. I'm thinking Fant probably ends up at the right tackle. We've added pieces as well with our running back situation, okay? We've added Breece Hall, so you got Breece Hall, Michael Carter, that kind of double back combo, which I think is absolutely going to destroy a lot of people. We're going to get Grizzly up front, and again, Uzomah as well, Conklin. These are two guys that are solid run blockers. I'm telling you, the New York Jets are going to be running the football and running it effectively this year, and that's going to help with Zach Wilson, because guess what? Play action is going to become more of a viable option for us. Those tight ends that I just talked about are going to become big-time targets for him when pressure comes. They're going to become a relief valve. Things are going to be much better for us offensively, and we expect Mike LaFleur to really step up as far as the play calling and creativeness. We saw it last year where he was able to draw some things up. Now with the added weapons, and we haven't even spoke up yet about Garrett Wilson being added. You got Elijah Moore coming back, Corey Davis coming back, Braxton Berrios. I'm telling you, this offense should really be moving next year, and we should put up points on people because we've improved in so many spots. So I'm excited about this New York Jets football team. My expectations are absolutely raised for this coaching staff. I want to see aggressiveness on defense. I want to see the offense absolutely light it up and put points up on people. And I want to see things take a step forward. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How are you folks feeling about this New York Jets coaching staff? What are your expectations for them going into next season? I want to hear from you folks. Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. You folks have a good one. Peace.